I grew up in a very normal neighborhood. You know, we had gangs and drugs and violence. You know, and you know, folks usually chuckle when I say that because they probably expect that normal would mean something else. But that's what was normal to us growing up.
We didn't have a really nice supermarket, you know, where you can get fresh produce. We didn't have a lot of nice things, new things. We've always been a neglected community.
A San Isidro siempre nos lo han tenido así como, ahí se va. Pero no, San Isidro es algo grande. Es algo grande porque para empezar somos la primera puerta a los Estados Unidos. Es la frontera más visitada. Y es una tristeza que seamos la frontera más visitada, la entrada más grande y que la tengamos tan abandonada.
Because we didn't really have a community park. We have a small little neighborhood park for the Ocean View Hills, but it's too small for all the growing population that we have. So this was needed.
These residents deserve safer streets, safer, cleaner streets.
As a superintendent, we worked on trying to get a library. Nothing happened.
Everyone's always talked about it. Everyone's always pushed for it, and then you know something happens and it goes cold. So when I started working with Councilmember Alvarez, that was always one of the goals, is that we got to get this library done.
Public libraries are really the heart of the community. They bring so many people together.
You know, I was always following the mayors around, and when it come time for the question and answer period, you know, I would question about my park right up here. So we've been living there now for, at that point, 9, 10 years. And they got the space available over there, but the park is not being built.
I wanted to find out why the parks were not being built. I understood, you know, we were in the middle of a recession there, and but I wanted some answers from the city.
I started taking busload of parents to City Hall, asking for library.
We use a lot the San Diego Get It Done app, and you know we've reported a lot throughout the years. We've even had a meeting with the mayor asking him to address the sidewalks.
But sometimes we would struggle. It was like fishing. We didn't really know what we were doing, but we were just fishing.
It always depended on what people wanted, and that's what we focused on. We responded to their needs, try to identify solutions, and then try to work with them to get those solutions to fruition.
When David got into office, he started connecting a lot of people here in the community and started getting them more involved.
Councilmember was always out there, always making sure that his staffers or his staff was out there. So we definitely went into the community and asked for some of these needs that they wanted, some of these issues, especially since our communities tend to not reach out to their council member or to elected officials. I think the council member knew that we will have to go above and beyond.
He can be described as the person that has insight as to what's needed, and then he finds a way to get it accomplished.
Someone told me, you're in the 8th district. David Alvarez is the councilman. There is a fund called TOT funds. Make an appointment and go and meet with him.
He was a leader in pulling lots of different funding together from various sources, some federal grants, some city funding, also really important, and then the community part as well.
And then this young lady that I respect a lot, and she was working for the council member's office, David Alvarez at the time. And then so she came up to me. She said, I'm from Councilmember Alvarez's office. She said, maybe I can help you. And then so then we organized the whole community.
We worked together to really just, talk to other residents, basically organize the community to be able to advocate for that park. This was for them. It was something that they really wanted to see.
You build a park anywhere in a city, it benefits the immediate neighborhood, but it really benefits the entire city. Anytime you can build parks, and this isn't just a small park. This is a great big park. I'm overwhelmed right now with all the things that I'm seeing. I knew about the design, but until you actually stand here and see it, they did an amazing job, and I'm just so happy for the residents.
I thought I would never see the day when the library was going to be built.
We then had the room to have the computer labs so that People can use computers. There's more programming room, separate areas for teens and for kids. Now in the small library that's all kind of jammed together. So a new library will be a game changer for San Ysidro.
And here we are now. We're 3 blocks long, over 3,000 people, health vendors, amazing educational wall that I absolutely love. So important to me. And then everything is free, and it's for the community.
So I want to make sure that my neighbors, once I'm no longer sitting in this office, my neighbors, my church community leaders, my business leaders are going to be able to be those advocates once I'm not here to help push to bring these things, the programs, the projects that they care about to fruition.